last on our list for election of selectmen, candidate Bob Mitchell.
Well, folks, I'm going to save you all a lot of time here tonight, because at the end of this, I won't be taking questions. But I will be circulating. If anybody has a question they would like to see me about later, I'll certainly oblige them. I'd like to thank you all for coming out and participating in Templeton's political process. I certainly wish we were meeting for more constructive and positive purposes. I'd also like to thank the Royers for their civic mindedness in hosting these functions, and Mr. Keeney for his continuous concern for our community. For those of you who do not recall, I am Robert Mitchell. I am here because I remember many things. I remember the board that brought us the landfill debacle, and those that supported it against the town's best interest and wishes. I remember the Freedom of Information request I made to the last board, and the aggravation I had to go through at the Secretary of State's office to get a simple legal bill. I remember that bill indicated that the past coordinator and one selectman thought it was all right to spend from the town's legal fund for a petition that was put forth as a citizen and a ratepayer. I also remember the DOR report and the fact that the last board thought it appropriate to disregard this report after the DOR and those interested in the report left the building. Perhaps some only recall that there was a report. They don't remember that the DOR felt impelled to comment on the operation of town government when the chairman and the coordinator are spouses. Perhaps they don't remember that when this occurs, it is inevitable that as town business is discussed and options reviewed, that decisions are made solely by the chairman and the coordinator, and that other viewpoints are not part of the decision-making process, and issues are not vetted in the whole light of day. And that, overall, this is not a healthy situation. Yes, folks, our failure to remember this bit of wisdom, this little piece of history, simply moved the problem after the last election from the Board of Selectmen and made it quite apparent at the Building Committee. I remember the environmental site analysis that appears to have been done to facilitate the sale of the building without any thought of protecting the well-being and safety of the town's citizens and employees. I remember trying to get the loan application and the Building Committee's failure to provide that documentation.
Point of order.
I also remember that this committee has consistently failed to provide accurate and meaningful numbers to the citizens.
This is terrible.
What's your point?
We're not talking about the recall here.
That was wrong. The environment was done.
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Let them keep speaking.
All right, speak.
Yeah, let the people speak.
Double another roof off.
For those that didn't figure it out, I'm not supporting 252 Baldwin Road any further. Though I remember much about the past performance of our town government, there isn't very much of it that made me happy. So I'll move on to the positive changes that have occurred since I was elected. First of all, we have the most intelligent and civil chairman of the Board of Selectmen that this town has seen in a long, long time. Furthermore, I applaud her fortitude when it was necessary to close public meetings to comment to prevent a small clique from turning one of our town meetings into a circus. We also have new attorneys who hold hours at town hall where folks can get answers without having their questions skewed or the opinion interpreted by the coordinator or anyone else. We also have a new and experienced town coordinator, Mr. Jeff Ritter, who's from outside town and can be fair and impartial. For those who don't know me or just don't recall, I'm your average middle-aged, middle-class worker. I repair high-speed, multifunction machines. And when I see something wrong with it, I get out the prints and I look at what the machine is supposed to do. and I start changing those parts that aren't working. And that's what we're about, and there's only one part left to change. And while I don't recall, I do remember, and I remember there's a vote in May where we can finally get this machine working right. Thank you.